There is one brand, world's first. How do you start this motorcycle? In a world full of EV motorcycles, where EV motorcycles and scooters are thriving in the market, there is one brand that has become India's first, let alone India's first, the world's first EV geared motorcycle. This is the Matter Aera 5000 Plus. Welcome to Dathan Days, and let's look at the Matter Aera. So when we talk about the world's first, what are we talking about? It's basically an electric vehicle with gears. Yes, this bike comes with 4 gears, and even though it doesn't compare exactly to a petrol motorcycle, the gears on this gives you the feel of riding a petrol engine. In that way, you don't miss out on anything in life. You are getting an EV with the feel of a petrol engine. And the second thing that is the world's first is a liquid cooled powertrain. And as you come closer, you will see this fan here, this very fancy kind of fan, and inside this, once you rev up the engine, you will find the water running through the liquid, basically the liquid cooling. That's how it cools the entire system. Both of these make it the world's first and one of the best things that Matter has brought. So now to talk to you about the wheel aspects, this comes with a 100 and a 130 section at the rear. Front is 100, back is a 130, and both are 17-inch rims that come on the motorcycle. This bike also gets a 270mm disc in front, which is a flower petal design disc, and back is a round disc, and that is a 220mm, and this is a 270mm disc. Even the rear of this motorcycle looks very, it doesn't make it stand out like a traditional EV. It makes it just blend in with all the petrol motorcycles as well. While looking at that, this gets a telescopic forks in the front and dual shocks at the rear. This motorcycle can rev up. So let me just show you. This is Eco. Let's look at City. And lastly, the big Sport. So now talking to you about the shocks, how did it feel while riding it? Because I just took a test ride of this bike, because it does make sense to ride the bike first and give my opinion on the bike. So honestly, the bike felt very comfortable. It is on the firmer side. The suspension is on slightly firmer side, but it is pretty good to handle Indian roads. So the main question arises is that how do you start this motorcycle? Is it like any other bike that we've seen in the market, or is it something different? The main thing is this doesn't come with a key slot, and right in my pocket I have the remote for this bike, and they've done it so well. They've looked at every detail that even the key fob matches the paint color of the bike, which is a really good touch if you ask me. And how do you start the motorcycle? Simple. Put this in your pocket and a single tap on the button and the bike lights up. So this bike comes with an all LED headlight, which looks kind of futuristic and has a pretty good vibe with the headlight. And the indicators are in the fairings. So let me just switch on the indicator. So it looks very futuristic and simple as well. So that's the indicators on the side, plus they have their Matter logo here, which is also a very good touch. And the colors also, it comes in 5 different colors. So basically there are 2 different variants. You have the Aera 5000 and the Aera 5000 Plus. The 5000 Plus just gets a little more tech advanced materials. Apart from that, it gets 3-4 other colors. This blue color is one of my favorite colors from Matter. If you look at the rear of the motorcycle, it does get LED tail lamps and indicators. But one good thing that Matter has done is it comes with a sequential indicator, which is pretty fun. And also the brake light has Matter written in it, exactly like how Porsches have the logo in the brake light. That's how they've integrated it here. So you might be wondering, how tall is this motorcycle? How heavy is this motorcycle? Well, this motorcycle is weighing around 169 kgs, which is the curb weight of this motorcycle, and the seat height is around 790 mm. So let me just hop on. So it's a pretty good motorcycle for city use as well. Even with the test ride that I've done on this motorcycle, it handles pretty well. And whatever 169 curb weight that we are looking at is you don't feel the weight on your arms or on your legs. It is balanced out very well. With the battery placements or with the way the bike is made, it's balanced out really well. Even though on paper this is a heavier motorcycle compared to the other EVs in the market, but you know, they've made it so well and very interactive with the rider that it doesn't take away the feel of riding and doesn't take away the feel of motorcycling or biking. So I'll come back to the TFT display later. The main point of this motorcycle, the main selling point of this motorcycle, if you get an EV, where do you store your charger? You keep it at home. And if you're getting something like a bike, where do you store your charger? You either put it in your backpack or you leave it at home, charge the bike, leave it at home. In that way, Matter has done something very thoughtful. 5 seconds, you hold the button on the handlebar and this opens for a good trunk space here where you store your charger. So in that way, you can go long rides, you can store your charger here. And the charger that you get for this bike is a 5 amps charger where you can charge it anywhere, even at the tea shop, at your house, anywhere that you find a socket, you can charge it. And the best thing is this charges 0 to 100 in 5 hours. And Matter claims that there is a fast charging also that's coming, which charges in around 1 hour, 1.5 hours, which is a pretty good range. And talking about the range, this bike has a range of around 100 to 125 kilometers, depending on which mode that you're riding in. This is your charging port, where this is a magnetic close. So you open this, connect your charger here, and you know, just leave it to charge. And the main thing with EV motorcycles is you get a huge component which helps in the cooling of the charger, and this is mainly so that the charger doesn't overheat. You know what Matter has done with this bike? They've integrated that cooling system for the charger within the tank area, as you know, the petrol motorcycles would like to call it. In this area is where they've integrated the cooling for the charger. So the charger doesn't need a cooling on its own. You just have the charger, the adapter, and connect it to the bike. Keep going. So guys, let's switch on the motorcycle and look at the beautiful display that we have here. So 2 clicks, actually a single click on the button here, and the motorcycle switches on, and right away you have a very good information about the motorcycle, which basically it greets you saying welcome and your Matter Aera is ready. You have the navigation as well. Looking at the handlebar, you get the engine kill switch, which is not an engine kill switch anymore because it's an EV. And you have the you know, the trackpad buttons here, which help in navigating through the screen. And this is a 7-inch TFT display that they've brought in the motorcycle, one of the biggest screens that you have on a motorcycle to date, which is pretty good and responsive as well. And this is a touchscreen motorcycle screen as well, so it gives you a lot of stats. Now let's go on every stat and see how it is. So firstly, moving on to the display has different modes where you put it in adaptive, light or dark. You can set it in light where it has this white theme all around, or you set it to dark where it has a black theme all around, or you put it to adaptive and during the day it is white and during the night it turns to black. So next we move on to the sound. So sound is, you have a park assist sound, your indicator sound, your boot up sound. Boot up sound is basically when the bike starts up, it gives out a boot up sound, and then park assist is when you're reversing for the sound indicators while the indicator is on to give out a sound so that you know that the indicators are on. Moving on, we have connectivity, which you connect your phone, and basically this screen comes with an Airtel eSIM, and if in case the eSIM is not working at the time, then you switch to Wi-Fi and connect your mobile, and you get your location as well, which is your GPS, and basically shows where your bike is and the entire GPS stats for the bike. Moving on to vehicle health, the vehicle health is one good thing that I noticed with Matter. This is because the vehicle health runs your health check on the motorcycle, same like how you have a security check on the phone and you have you can check what is wrong with the phone. Exactly like that, you just click on run health check, the bike will do its health check and find out if there are any issues and let you know through the app. And how do you apply for a service? Easy, you connect the app, because there is a proprietary app for the Matter bikes, and you connect to the app, you book your schedule through the app, or you run your health check and then connect it. Since it is connected to the app, the Matter company will get to know that okay, these are the issues, and they can rectify the issues. So that is one good thing, that they have it in the bike rather than going to the service center and trying to find out what is wrong. You can do it on your own. Next, we have the battery. So battery shows your entire stats according to every, so last 10 kilometers what was your stats, last 50 kilometers what was your stat, for each battery percentage how was your riding, everything is shown here, including the time to full charge and your state of the battery as well. And battery saving is also here, where you can switch on the automatic battery saving, that it is switches on at 25%, or you can choose either 10% or 15%. You can choose which range that you want the battery saver to start. Moving on to system, the system is basically you put your rider name and your vehicle name if you would like to call your bike, because bikes being one of your most prized possessions, you would like to give it a name and make it your own. So you can give your bike a name of its own, so when it starts up it says that hey, this so and so bike is ready for you. Moving on to stats widget, this shows your different riding modes. So basically you have 3 riding modes, which is eco, city and sport, and each mode, when you want to choose it, the bike shows you what it gives you in each mode. So as you see here, the eco shows max speed, it gives you ride efficiency, it gives you ride duration and all. While you move to sport, it gives you max speed, 0 to 60 timings, the max lean angle and much more. And city is the best of both worlds, where you get a little of sport, a little of eco, and you get to enjoy it. And city is the mode that you get to enjoy it in the city area, the urban area, while sport is much more for the open road and to completely full throttle it on the empty stretch. Next we have the smart features. So smart features, basically your indicators, where you have the auto turn off indicator, so maybe like 2-second or a 5-second delay and then it switches off on its own. You have a USB charging port, and you have a guide me home. Guide me home is basically where when you switch off the motorcycle and it's a pitch dark area, you don't need to use the phone torch to navigate yourself to the door. The bike will leave the headlight on for around 10 to 20 seconds till so that you can reach your house, and then it switches off. And moving on to vacation mode. So vacation mode is basically if you're going out on a vacation and you don't want the battery to drain, you activate the vacation mode and then the bike switches off the batteries completely, it shuts down. Only one battery runs, and that is because to keep the basically there are 2 batteries in this motorcycle, and one battery switches off, the other battery stays on to keep the GPS on. But what I would suggest is that when you leave it on the vacation mode, take out the charger from here, so that when you come back after vacation, you will have to open this, connect the charger, that is when the bike will switch on. Otherwise the bike doesn't switch on. So that is one thing you'll need to keep in mind. And apart from that, it's a pretty good interactive display, and as you saw, it is a very well interactive display. It interacts very well and right on touch, so which is a very good thing, and Matter has really done very well with this display. Well, with that, I conclude the video on the Matter Aera 5000. My honest opinion is this is one of the best EVs in the market. Firstly, because of the gear shifts. Secondly, because it's a liquid cooled powertrain, which is world's first on both. You don't feel it's an electric because, firstly, when you look at electric bikes, the first thing you look for is there a clutch lever? Is there a gear lever? This has both. It has a liquid cooled powertrain and it does look the part to give that sporty kind of urban riding feel as well. So on that note, this is the video on the Matter Aera 5000 Plus. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. See you in the next one.